and a warm welcome to the Akshaya Patra Alumni Conversations, which is a series of conversations with individuals who have participated in and have been recipients of the midday meal scheme supplied by Akshaya Patra to several schools all over the country. It is my pleasure to introduce to you Hemanth Gupta, who currently works with Deloitte and was in a school where he enjoyed the Akshaya Patra meals for a number of years. So, Hemanth, welcome to this series, and it's great to kick this off with a conversation with you. Tell us a little bit about what you're doing right now.
Thank you, ma'am. I'm actually CA Hemanth Gupta, based out in Bangalore. We are a family of 4 members. I have an elder sister who is married and given to Bangalore itself. So basically, my father and mother are currently not working. About 3-4 years ago, once I started my CA journey, I told them to quit the job and stay at the home.
So what did your father do and your mother? Was she working
Yes.
before you asked them to quit their jobs and stay at home?
Yes. My mother was working in garments for almost 20 years. My father was an office boy in Malleshwaram, one of the firm. Afterwards, he left the job due to health conditions also. He resumed back after my BCom, but I told him to quit permanently, to stay at home, take care of himself and his health as well.
So you're taking care, you live with your parents and you take care of everything at home?
Yes. Currently, I live with my parents in Bangalore. Both my mother and father are with me. My sister is, since she is married, she is staying with my brother-in-law. So we are now staying in Bangalore.
That's wonderful. So we'll come back to what you're doing now, but I want to take you back to school and tell us about the school you went to and, how did the midday meal happen and just your experience.
Yes, ma'am. Actually, all of my 10 years of education in schooling went in government school. During first 7 years, the school where I was studying in a government school, there was no midday meal from the Akshaya Patra. It was from another organization. But I moved to Sanegarvanahalli High School in Basveshwar Nagar for my 8th standard. That was one of the roller coaster because till 7th standard I was studying in Kannada medium.
Okay.
So I was not aware of the subjects even in English also.
We would never have guessed that with the wonderful English that you're speaking.
Yes, ma'am. So my father thought, no, it's a time for us to take a risk. That's okay. So he told, join a English medium. That's okay. Even if you do something average also, it's fine, but not an issue. But join a English medium. I said, okay. But with God's blessing, I would say like even after joining English medium, I still secured the first rank in my school.
So God's blessings and your hard work.
Yes, with parents'
And the support
motivation.
of your parents.
Yes. So from there, I was started getting Akshaya Patra midday meals. So one thing I wanted to tell, like Akshaya Patra food was not only a food for us. It was basically a motivation because during those days, if I remember exact year, it was in 2010. So almost 14 years back,
Right.
whatever we are talking. So many of my friends, even including me, we used to not get even the first meal of the day, that is breakfast. So we were always dependent on the midday meal of Akshaya Patra.
So you left home at what time in the morning?
So
when
around
school started?
8:15. So my
So you
home.
wouldn't have had any,
Yes.
not even a cup of tea or anything, a biscuit?
Sometimes yes, but most of the times even my mother used to go to garments very earlier, like 7:30, 8:30 sometimes. So we would skip the meals sometimes, not every time, but few of the instances.
So you came to school
Yes.
virtually on both days
Correct.
without having had anything
Correct.
to eat. And what time did you get the meal?
Around 12:15 around we used to get the food. Sometimes it will be 12:30 depending on the class schedule, but around that time we used to get the meals. So since we only were knowing that we were not having the breakfast, we always used to get the first chance in the line, like okay, you go have the food in the first place. So that my class teachers and also my class representatives who were there at that time, they were very considerate, like you be in the line first and you take the food, start eating. So like that, they were very
Nice.
considerate.
So what is your most, what should I say, coveted memory about the food that you got. Tell us one or two stories, with you or your friends, and what did that meal mean to you, and what did you look forward to?
Yes, the most delicious food at my time was sweet pongal.
Okay.
And that used to come only 2 days, like Wednesday and Saturday. We used to always crave for sweet pongal.
Sweet pongal.
So I used to tell my ma'am, I'll get an extra box so that I can take home and eat again in the home after the schooling hours. So we used to get those food. And one more best part was we used to get a lot of vegetables in raw format and very hygienic also. Because as I said, we were not able to afford so much things in the home. So freshly cooked vegetables with there was one ingredient called asafoetida. That time we were not aware of the fact, but it was very much tasteful. It makes the food very taste, and we used to like very much, and that also. And meal maker, I had never soya bean. So I was not aware of the thing, what is this thing, but it was so good. So I used to always tell my friends. And 1 year I was the class representative in the school. That time the duty of us is nobody should waste any food, including the vegetables.
Correct.
So that was the thing. We used to stand in the wash basin area, tell everybody, start eating, don't waste anything. We will not let you go to the class.
So were you allowed to eat as much as you wanted
Yes.
to, in the sense that, once it was served, then could you get a second helping?
Yes.
So there was always enough food for everybody.
Yes, there was always enough. And in fact, in the school where I was studying, the nearby locality was almost kind of a slum. So we always have the extra food, say for 10, 20, 30 people extra.
Right.
No food
So
was
everybody
wasted.
enjoyed
Yes.
the wonderful Akshaya Patra meal.
Yes.
And no food was wasted.
Yes, correct.
So what did your friends say? I mean, did you and your friends ever talk about what this meal that you all looked forward to, what it meant for you? How did you feel? I mean, you went to a school earlier where a meal was served, not from Akshaya Patra, and then you moved to this school. What was the difference? What difference do you think this absolutely delicious, nutritious meal made to you at that time as a student and to your friends?
Correct. So let me tell you a story. For example, my school friends are still in touch. Couple of them are still in touch. They're in different backgrounds. Whenever we go out to eat food, we used to always tell this food is not delicious as whatever we used to get it in Akshaya Patra. And fun fact is, sometimes we'll go to ISKCON just to eat the food. We'll directly go to have a darshan of Lord Krishna. After that, we'll go to Akshaya Patra food that will be served every day. We used to have the food properly, enjoy and come back. So that much important the food was during our times. Even when other persons few people are coming from the convent to our government school, maybe because of their financial conditions, I don't know. They also used to tell, in our convents and all, we never used to get the food. We always used to carry the boxes. And one thing what we were learning there was, if you are in a convent, I'm not telling it's bad, but if you're in a convent, you will have a different kind of thing, uniform may be different, or food, everyone may not bring the same food. They will have a differences of things. But when after they coming back to our school, they used to tell, we all are equal and we can enjoy our food. In our schools, mostly they were not allowing us to bring the food from the home.
From home.
So that there'll be a kind of inequality between the students among us. So they used to tell, eat here, how much ever you want, you eat. That's not an issue, but eat here. So that kind of background we had in our schools. Everybody are equal, enjoying the food.
Very nice. So it sounds like wonderful memories you have, not just of school, but also the meal that all of you shared.
Yes.
So Hemanth, if I were to ask you, so you went to school, then of course you were a bright student, you did your CA, you got this wonderful job in Deloitte, which is, one of the big four
Correct.
Accounting firms, not just in India, but also in the world. As you think back, is there any message that you want to share about Akshaya Patra with anybody who's going to be seeing and listening to you in this podcast?
So one thing, I still remember, I did a 1 month internship in Akshaya Patra somewhere in 2017 or 18, if I remember correctly. Okay. That time, there was one great place to work. There was one tagline. I was not aware like what is that, because we were very much into the schooling and college, but we're not know aware of the what is that fact. So that struck my mind. Great place to work. It's not simple thing. Akshaya Patra being such an organization, very doing a very good work in India, and no child like their tagline also is like no child should be deprived of education because of a hunger. So I thought, okay, let me just be in the same zone. Like we got the food, we got the education, we got the support from the team, so why can't we give it back to them? So that thought struck my mind, and I was always with the Akshaya Patra's family. After like my family, like father and mother and sister, I always feel Sridhar Venkat sir is very close to me. I have met him on a couple of occasions also. Whenever I go to Akshaya Patra's office, I'll meet him and I'll talk to him, and I have connect with all other members also in Akshaya Patra. So I always feel they had really impacted my life, not only through the food, also in education. They have supported me through the financial needs
You
also.
got a scholarship from
Yes,
Akshaya Patra, right?
yes.
And that scholarship was what, for your CA or?
It was right after my PUC. They provide for my BCom also, for CA also. So all my education expenses were covered by Akshaya Patra, and financial is one of the thing, but
Sure.
many mentors were there. Like there was one sir, Vinay sir. Like he was maybe finance head. He's not currently working in Akshaya Patra, but he actually inspired me to do CA. It's like you can do it. You, it's like it's just that you think about it. You think about it, and everything will fall under you.
Right.
So
So what about your sister? Did she also go to a school where she got Akshaya Patra meals?
yes, we and my sister were going to the same school.
Okay.
Although she was 5 years elder to me, she got very less years, because I was eighth, when I was in 8th standard, she already was in 2nd PUC. So she got very less years, but she was also having food. We used to get plates from our home. It was so fun. Like
Nice,
I used to fight for plates. It's my plate.
So what is
I'll
your
go
sister
first.
doing now?
So she was a fashion designer.
Fashion designer.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Yeah, she did her BA. After that, she worked for a couple of years. After, when she married in 2016, she is like in home, and she's supporting my brother-in-law in homemaking things. That's all.
Okay. Okay. So have you carried any of the learnings or experiences that you had in Akshaya Patra to Deloitte in terms of, influencing the cafeteria to serve nutritious food or anything like that?
Correct. So in Deloitte, recently they have tied up with one of the like 3-star hotel, basically 4-star hotel. They were serving the very good meal. So in Deloitte also we'll do CSR activities. So I always take one stance from the Akshaya Patra. I used to tell, we did like that. We went to schools, we went to meet the children. Also we went to do activities with the kids. So why can't we do that? Like couple of months back, we went to 2 of the schools. Whatever we had done in Akshaya Patra, I try to do something of that sort in my company's CSR activity also. So since I was a chair for Bangalore chapter of Alumni Association, I used to tell my colleagues also, like, you be part of the shaping the world. Basically, you might be specialized in something, so bring that one key factor of you, USP of you, will go and give back to the children who are in need. So
Nice.
Always I try to get a connect from my colleagues, because if I don't get a support from my colleagues, which I will be generally dealing with, like couple of my most of the hours of my day will be with the colleagues. So if I don't get a support, I think there'll be a lag. So I'll always keep a connect with both of them.
Well said. Well said. So the alumni network in Bangalore, of which you are the chair, what are the major activities of the alumni network, and what are the priorities that you've set for the network and for yourself as chair? And how long have you been chair, and what is the tenure of the chair?
It's almost like a year so.
Okay.
So one thing, I had a motivation to become, before becoming a chair of Akshaya Patra alumni. In our schools, I still remember, I was in 9th standard, we were not able to basically understand few things from the teachers directly. Maybe the way that they were teaching, maybe a little bit reality factor also we should have considered. So couple of occasions, our few seniors had come in my ninth standard. They used to tell in a very practical manner. Okay, this how it happens in reality. So in books they will give in a elaborative manner, but this is how you have to understand. So that thought provoked me. Okay, I had very little chances where I could meet my seniors. So the main focus of Akshaya Patra Alumni Network is bring all the seniors, like bring all the alumni who are in different fields, who are doing a different things in their lives. We will be a motivators for the current kids.
So how many members are there currently of the alumni network?
So in the chair board, about 5 to 6 members are there, but in the normal as a volunteers, there are almost 20-25 plus members are there who generally meet often. Like whenever Pooja ma'am tells us, like we'll have a catch up with everybody, we'll basically meet, and we'll sometimes we meet virtually also, sometimes we meet physically at Hari Krishna Hill office. So we basically plan, like we wanted to visit the school. Suppose for example I am a expert in commerce background, so if some kids wanted a background who wants to do something in commerce, I can be helpful for them. So
is there a formal mentorship program that you've put in place, like the example that you've just suggested?
Correct.
If a kid wants to do commerce or wants to be a CA, somebody like you, and I'm sure there are others like you who've done CA, could actually guide them or coach them.
Correct. Like basically even in our alumni network, it's a two-way thing. We'll also get mentorship from the leaders, and also we'll be mentors for our juniors on whosoever required. Basically we had even thought of conducting soft skill program, resume making, interview skills, all this kind of basic things which is very much essential for these days kids, like so that they will understand it in very beginning, so that they can prepare well. Even we used to get mentorship from the Akshaya Patra members also. So it's a two-way thing. Like my friend who was my classmate, he's an architect, so basically he is very much into design. So he also had come and inspired people. Okay, it's a industry that you can grow. So like one of the friend who is also a doctor, so he tells about the hygiene, he tells about the importance. So it's about like whatever we have, we are giving it back to the society.
Sure. So, that's excellent. So how do you use technology? Because today everybody is looking at their phones for everything.
Yes.
All answers are in our phones, right?
Yes.
So how does the alumni network use technology to stay connected, disseminate information, foster a feeling of togetherness and well-being?
So basically we have connect through the WhatsApp. Basically we have a couple of groups where one group will have all the members of board of Akshaya Patra Alumni Network, and other groups will have volunteers also. About 300 members we have alumni in our group. Basically one more program is there, like it's from Infosys Springboard. It's a learning platform, and they are tied up with Akshaya Patra, that it provides a learning platform. It has content of everything basically. It is accessible
to. The platform is what Infosys has contributed.
Yes. Basically Infosys is tied up with Akshaya Patra, so that they can provide learning things like soft skill. It could be of commerce, it could be of science, everything. They have a defined content. So, and it is accessible to every member of Akshaya Patra. Basically for alumni who wants to do something, and they are not able to get everything in one place. Basically in Google everything we can get, but not in a defined shape that how we want it. So that time they can actually use that Springboard, and that is a platform that they can actually use, and they can get a design knowledge. Also connect with our alumni who are expert in that field. Basically we will have a database of everyone, so they can directly connect with them. Because even I got a couple of recommendations who wants to do CA and who wants to pursue the things in future in the commerce background. So I connected with them. I told them you can do in this fashion. So I guided them in few of the instances. Great. So that way we are actually connecting with the kids of future. Also among ourselves we are getting everything that we are in.
And it seems like you're having a lot of fun in the process.
Yes.
Just hearing you speak and the animated tone and so on. So let me end with asking you this overarching question, Hemanth. And that is that if you were to summarize what Akshaya Patra has meant to you, or what it has contributed to you in the kind of person you are today, starting with the meal and continuing your association with being part of the alumni and actually chairing the network, What would your concluding comments be?
Yeah, okay. I remember one instance from one of the event that we went for a scholarship distribution. It was with association with Harman Miller. Okay, so that time I gave a speech. Like it was the first speech that I gave as an like basically a beneficiary to the current year students. So that time I used one word like Akshaya Patra CEO Sridhar Venkat sir also told, being from being a beneficiary to benefactor. That word like literally made a difference in me. So not only you taking the help from the Akshaya Patra and you're not giving it back to the children or whosoever meritorious students that are in the deserving thing, there is no purpose that it will not be served. So we always had a thought, Akshaya Patra is like an extended family. Always you can come. So be in touch with them. I always had one mentor in my CA finals, CA intermediate called Vijay Raja sir. He used to motivate us with so much of quotes and extra again that literally created the way I am, and whatever I am talking with confidence, it's all because of the seniors, mentorship that I got from all elders. So what I wanted to tell is, you do your work. Like basically you don't think about what are the things that you don't have. You just start doing the things. Universe will give the things. Universe will bring the persons in your life and will start making the impact that you wanted to create to the society. So like that is the one good factor that I have. Like if you start thinking about positive, there will be no room for negativity. So start doing things in a flow, like it should naturally flow. Thereby like even there are many like mentors in Akshaya Patra. Even today I will connect with them. Like earlier we had a Sujata ma'am, so even today I have a connect with ma'am. Whatever I wanted to do in life, I will ask her, ma'am, can I do this, or can I connect with some person so that who can actually guide me. Even I wanted to go to abroad, so I connected with current CFO sir of Akshaya Patra. He told, actually you can do this, the current market trend is like this, data analytics. So he had actually given me a background. Taking that in my pathway, I created one. So it's a journey.
Great to see your positive attitude and the energy that you bring to everything that you do. So I want to wish you all the best.
Thank you so much.
And continue to be a benefactor, because there'll be so many people
Yes,
who will get inspired by your story, just as you were inspired by the story of so many other people. Thank you.
thank you so much, ma'am.